Hey, this is me again. You're probably surprised that you only seen a video of me just about an hour or two, or just several minutes ago, or whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna be watching a video. This is actually gonna be a reaction video to the top 10 times SpongeBob SquarePants went too far. Anyway, I hope you enjoy.
That's not creepy at all.
Unfortunately, everyone I tried to invite was busy or sick, but don't worry. I used my paper mache skills to fill the party with your favorite person. Me!
Finally fed up with his neighbor's antics, Squidward goes on a psychotic rampage and mercilessly massacres the papier-mâché duplicates, laughing maniacally and saying that this is his happiest memory.
I feel wonderful! This is it! My happiest memory!
SpongeBob can be aggravating, but there's something off-putting about Squidward finding joy in murdering lookalikes of him. Not that SpongeBob...
Yeah, that was just disturbing. Sure, people are nuisances, but I wouldn't go so far as destroy duplicates of them, whether it be paper mache, cardboard, or whatever. I just tolerate them as much as I can. I mean, they're human beings just like us, so there's no reason to act like a fucking lunatic like the Joker.
Splinter. At work, SpongeBob gets a splinter jammed in his thumb, and it's too deep to remove, and too graphic for us to endure.
Okay, fine, stay. But I hope you like
Oh my
As
god.
it oozes and throbs painfully, SpongeBob becomes more desperate to get rid of it. Desperate enough to call Dr. Patrick.
You called the right person, Mr. SpongeBob.
Not even remotely concerned
Patrick's
about
not
his
even a
best friend's
doctor.
drama,
He's just a
Patrick
man
only
dressing
makes
up to
things
be a
worse,
doctor, and
causing
that
his
is
swelling to
illegal
grow
in the
bigger
real world.
and become even more infected.
There appears to be a little bit of
Jesus,
swelling.
Mr.
hitting it
Krabs
with a
finally
hammer is
pulls
not
out
gonna
his
make
splinter
it.
and gets a
It's not gonna
face
make it go away.
full
It's only
of
gonna make it
bulging
worse.
While the artists deserve major props for going the extra
I have no
mile with
idea about the
distasteful and
confetti.
painful imagery, there has to be a limit
Oh,
before you make the whole
disgusting.
audience squeamish. Number 8, the facial designs. SpongeBob and Patrick have been making absurd and sickening faces at each other and everyone else, and their choice in expressions is terrifying. Despite Mr. Krabs' warnings, the duo holds on to two grotesque faces.
Okay, that's something
causing
a
them
child
to
molester would
completely
make.
freeze.
A face like that.
Face freeze!
Sandy tries to help loosen them up, but their faces end up looking absolutely horrifying.
Y'all are looking much more relaxed.
While the imagery is definitely creative, who could look at these ugly mugs without getting nightmares?
Oh
This could
my.
have been a good way to teach younger audiences about the consequences of being naughty, except at the very end, for absolutely no reason, Mr. Krabs and Squidward get the worst face freezes of all, and the episode just ends on a frightening cop-out. Number 7, SpongeBob's Krabby Patty romance. Everybody loves Krabby Patties, but what happens when SpongeBob takes that love to a creepy new level?
Oh
The
yeah.
delusional fry cook creates the perfect patty and develops a romantic attraction.
There have been many times where people become obsessed with someone or something, and that is very unhealthy, mentally and emotionally. I mean, people will start to think you're a creep and will stop hanging out with you. Okay, but there have been those who managed to fight through this upset. Yeah, there have been many people who have been able to fight through this obsession with anyone or anything. And they managed to get through quite well in their lives. But SpongeBob, on the other hand, given the dozens of quirks he has, that would be a huge different story.
To it, to the point where he serenades the sandwich and maliciously destroys innocent clams that try to eat his delicate delicacy.
When we go
Yeah, clams are attracted to meals like that. I mean, the cartoon clams, not the real life clams, I
As
think.
time marches on, the patty starts to go rotten as the artists generously show us with their nauseating close-ups with anyone or anything, especially if his standards are this low. Number 6, Patrick pet-sitting Gary. SpongeBob's visiting his grandma for the day and needs his most responsible friend to look after Gary. But he asks Patrick instead.
You got it. It's safe with me.
Oh! That's not what
is
you do with a
Patrick
pet.
completely neglects Gary, lets him starve, and tries
You're
to set
supposed
him
to
on
take care of
fire
a
with
pet.
flamethrower.
Treat it with
On top
love,
of
care,
that,
and
he
respect.
Gary with a fire hose and almost drives
I've
him
seen many
insult.
videos
He
where
could have killed the poor snake.
pet
The
owners
fact that he
abuse
took-
their pets. And quite frankly, they're the kind of people that make me sick. Almost to the point where they make me want me to do horrible things to them. I'm serious about that. So what if an animal's not human? It's a living being, just like us, and it should be treated with respect.
Does all this with a big dumb smile is further proof of Patrick's devolution from a likable dimwit to a selfish, uncaring moron who shouldn't be trusted with anything, like his
Obviously.
best friend's pet's welfare. Number 5, feral Patrick. As Patrick is already a glutton, imagine how much grosser it would be if he ate like normal starfish do, when he and his fellow ocean dwellers are reduced to their feral forms by a strange moon. Sandy studies their natural lifestyle. We get the pleasure of learning a sea star's regular eating pattern by watching Patrick
Okay, I
eject
don't
his
know if
stomach
I
to
find
grab
that
a bite.
disturbing. I
While
mean,
it's nice to add some realism to a
that's
cartoon,
what
some
sponges and
deep sea habits are
starfish
best left
usually
unseen,
eat.
like watching our devolved pink friend force his organs out of his body. While
Okay,
it's
that's
self-concerning to
disturbing.
watch, pun intended, it's not the worst side of Patrick that Sandy has to see.
Oh!
Sandy's punishment.
I think I've just found out how to get the Krabby Patty formula once and for all.
In another harebrained scheme, Plankton steals Sandy's discarded pelt to use as a disguise and swindle the secret formula.
This is gonna work like a charm.
While he endures an annoying afternoon with SpongeBob, Sandy is hunting for the creep who stole her fur, and the Bikini Bottomites do nothing to help. Instead, they tease and chastise her hairless state every chance they get.
What is so funny about getting my fur stolen?
Aren't you ashamed?
Making fun of people is no joke. It could lead them to the point of suicide. And you know whose fault would that be? The bullies. It would be on their heads for the rest of their lives. I mean, when I was first diagnosed with ADHD and autism, I thought I was going to be bullied, but I was wrong. But after seeing the TV shows, the movies, etc., about bullies bullying innocent people, I'd already imagined what it would be for me if I were to be bullied. I mean, being bullied on a daily basis, being abused physically, mentally, verbally, and then to the point where I couldn't take it anymore and commit suicide. I'm just grateful that didn't happen to me. That I have a loving family and loving friends who will always be there for me no matter what.
Adding insult to injury, after she finally catches Plankton, Sandy gets arrested for public nudity, even though she's not that indecent compared to the other townsfolk.
Public nudity
Yeah,
is against
plus
the
it's
law,
not her
Miss
fault. I mean,
Scully.
Plankton stole the
apparently
pelt,
identity
so I
theft
think
is
he should be
okay,
the one that
but
gets punished,
unwillingly being
not
vandalized
her.
is taboo. Either way, this whole episode served no purpose other than to humiliate Sandy and paint the townsfolk as incompetent jerks. Number 3,
Yeah, pieces
Mrs.
of
Puff
shit.
wants SpongeBob dead. After SpongeBob fails his driving test, yet again, Mrs. Puff finally pops, permanently unable to puff again.
Will I ever be my old self again? No, my dear. I'm afraid you'll never puff again.
Well, at least until the end when the status quo is reset. Her usual annoyance towards her student evolves into insane hatred as she enters him in the demolition derby to finally silence him in the worst possible way.
Why are you still alive?
Puff didn't expect SpongeBob to survive the derby, so she goes out of her way to kill him herself.
Jeez. A teacher's supposed to help their student no matter what. No matter how much they're annoying. No matter how much they can be disgusting. No matter how much they can... Look, the point is a teacher is supposed to help their students. I mean, during middle school, I got into a lot of trouble, one point I actually, kicked my teacher in the back. May have been lightly, but still. Yeah, that day, that's one of many days that'll haunt me forever. But hey, it's like a learning experience. You learn from your mistakes. So that way you don't make the same mistakes later on in the near future. Anyway, let's continue.
Get it. SpongeBob can be really irritating, but that's no excuse for turning a simple, exasperated teacher into a homicidal maniac.
Not so fast! There's one more challenger!
What makes this worse is that Puff's miracle reinflation works. After SpongeBob repeatedly fails to find him a happiest memory,
Ouch.
Squidward falls into a clinical depression.
Wake me when I'm dead.
While he mopes around his house hopelessly, we're forced to endure some disturbing imagery.
Yeah, in some way I know how that feels. I mean, every time during track, every time I lose, I always feel like I'm letting my family down. No matter how hard I try, no matter how hard I train, and I just keep losing, which is why I gave up on that and started on Taekwondo. Yeah, because martial arts is pretty much my specialty. As well as badminton, swimming, as well as that one kind of race where you're on a tiny sled. Yeah, on a bobsled and you slide down an obstacle course of some sort. A race course. It was a race course. Yeah, during the Winter Olympics. That's why I'm training my body for the Olympics. So that way, when I get paid a lot of money for being in the top 3, I can use that money to not only help me, but help my family.
Happy. Well, that didn't help.
Including him shoving his head in the oven and stringing up some rope.
Maybe this will help.
Thankfully, both incidents were just psych-outs, but the depressing atmosphere made us all anxious and wonder if Squidward would really end. While Sponge to follow through, our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
So, what seems to be the problem, Mr. Tentacles?
It all started when I was born.
Oh
I
my
think you
God.
helped quite enough today.
Oh, that's gotta burn.
Number 1,
Oh,
one-course
that's to
meal
feel
as
like
a
it
whole.
burns.
Turns out that Plankton has an intense fear of whales, so Mr. Krabs decides to dress up as Pearl to frighten the devious microorganism. From then on, we witness Plankton suffering from extreme paranoia and horrific nightmares, until he can't go on, and just wishes for death. All while Krabs revels in his misery.
That's it, I'm done. The 4:15 bus should be along any time now.
This is undoubtedly the cruelest thing
Jeez.
Mr. Krabs has ever done. Torturing his business rival, who used to be his best friend, to near suicide goes way beyond their petty rivalry. The worst part, even
Yeah.
after Plankton gets
It's
much
something
deserved
like that.
payback, Krabs still swipes a victory, and the good-natured SpongeBob helped him.
But putting on a dress to
If
fight
something like that would have
Isn't that
happened,
taking it a
I
little
would
too
consider
far?
it, but eventually decide
Am I
not
as
to. I
soon as
mean,
the good
they're
guy
living. I mean, they're living beings just like us. I mean, they don't deserve to be treated like that to the point of near suicide. I mean, that's just cruel. Anyway, that's my reaction to this video. Have a good day.